Give us a few words.
And thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, I'm very honored to be here tonight, and actually this is the first attendance to the cultural night after many, many years. I probably just want to speak a couple minutes, and it won't be long. I know it's a long night, but first of all, I want to congratulate to all the performers tonight. You guys really did a wonderful, wonderful job. It's fabulous. So thank you. I don't know how I could have missed you in the last 30 years. Maybe some of you don't know, or maybe all of you don't know how the Chinese Association first started. So very briefly, just want to let you know, we started in 1971, and it was not because we want to do this sort of thing when we first started. It was because there were a bunch of Chinese students at UCI who wanted to play basketball. And they wanted to join a tournament. But unfortunately, in order to join that tournament, you have to belong to an organized organization registered at a university. So even though I do not play basketball, even now I don't play, but I was elected as the president of the club. So it was in March that we formed the club, and then they played the tournament, and of course, we didn't win. But shortly after that, we decided that, well, we don't want to just form a club and just do basketball thing. And so we thought at the time, this is back in the early 1970s, there were very few Chinese or Orientals in here. And we were just a few on campus. And so we decided that maybe we ought to promote understanding among Chinese and the Western Caucasians. And that's how we formed the Chinese, we started the first China Night. And for the China Night, we had performance, but certainly not as elaborate and as good as you guys. But it was the traditional Chinese stuff. And no yelling, no shouting. Everybody just sit there. And if the performance was good, they clap their hands, okay? So that sort of thing. But another thing we did is that we provided dinner. Because these were mostly for the community, all the people who live around here. As you know, there are very few Chinese that live as students on the campus. So we provide dinner for 200 of them, and believe it or not, they were all cooked by us. There were about 30 students that belong to the club that actually cooked. And to tell you a secret, I'm not even sure that many people know about that. I was a biological sciences major. And for the night before we actually have the China Night, we procure all the groceries, the meat and all the stuff, but where to store it? There's no place. So I was doing my research at the time, and we had a walk-in refrigerator, a walk-in one. I think they still have it at the Biological Sciences building. So it was late in the afternoon that we went out, bought all the food, and put it on a cart. And while nobody's watching, I open up the refrigerator, rearrange everything, and store the food in there for the night. And then, of course, the next day, we had to get them out and put it to the commons, and we start making the food. And it turned out to be very good. It was chop suey stuff, mushy pork and egg roll, that kind of stuff. Fried rice, and I know Anita makes good fried rice, right? Okay, so anyway, that's the beginning of the China Night. And I also understand from talking to Roy that the association doesn't have a lot of information about how the club was formed and some things like that. So what I have done today is I have brought a little bit of historical stuff, my personal set of document, and I'm going to give to you. And also my only, and I don't know if anybody else had kept a t-shirt that we make, the very first one. And now, one thing that I want to make sure you know, it is not brand new. I have worn it, it has stains on it, it has paint on it, but anyway, it's my only one, and I'm giving it to the association so you can have it. Okay. And thank you very much for this great plaque. I love it.
All right, so we're gonna move on with the current call. Can I have